Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As you all know, we have started a series of Storyteller Qudvah. So this is part 2. The story is The Two Men and the Garden. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Once upon a time there lived two men. The first man was blessed with two beautiful gardens filled with grapes and fruit. Around the amazing, delightful gardens were huge palm trees, and inside the gardens Allah had put gushing rivers flowing all around. The man who owned these gardens was a very proud man. He thought his gardens were the best gardens ever. He would walk around his garden feeling very pleased. One day, the man was feeling extra pleased with all his wealth. He thought he was a very clever man to be so rich and strong. He wanted to tell someone how amazing he was. He needed to show off. After all, what is the point of having something if you can't show it off, right? Who better to boast to than his friend who wasn't as rich or as strong as him? So it's mentioned in ayah 34. So he found his friend and started telling him, I'm richer than you, I have more servants than you, and even I have more children than you. Imagine how the friend must have felt. How would you feel if someone was making fun of you? Imagine that. That's so sad. He was looking at his garden with pride and joy. He said, I don't think this will ever die. That is mentioned in ayah 35. But he forgot to say Inshallah, which means if Allah wants, if Allah wills. He was so busy being proud and arrogant that he forgot that all the blessings he had were from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. He was even doubting that the day of judgment would ever come. His friend tried to talk some sense into him by reminding him that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created him and given him all that he had. The friend said, I believe Allah is my Lord and I will never ever worship anyone except Allah, and that's mentioned in ayah 39. The friend continued trying to advise the man, you should have said MashaAllah, that which Allah has willed, and la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, there is no might of power except of Allah. When you saw that I had less wealth and children than you, that's mentioned in ayah 39. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a storm that destroyed everything. The gardens were completely ruined. The man was shocked and upset at everything that he had lost. It was too late. The man was left with sadness and regret at the mistake he had made. He said, I wish that I had worshipped only Allah. That's mentioned in ayah 42. It so happened that all his fruit produced was destroyed, and the vines tumbled down upon their trellises, so he wrung his hand with grief for all that he had spent on it. He cried, I wish I had not associated anyone with my Rabb. So, what did we learn from this story? No matter what, we must worship only Allah Al-Wahhab. We must always remember that all our blessings are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power to give us anything, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power to take it away. Always remember, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There is no might or power except of Allah. We must always be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for each and every blessing He has given us. Being proud of ourselves and not giving thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will lead us into difficulty. Always be humble and give thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be very careful of upsetting others. Whatever you plan to do, never forget to say Inshallah. Allah's help will come, so don't ever feel sad. We must put our trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Read ayahs 11 till 21 of Storyteller Qudvah. That's your challenge. Love, Allah Hafiz.